Well, we're finally here. It's time to talk about one of the 4 new abilities added, Bugle. I made this ability first because Bugle caught my eye when it was showcased off, because I knew this ability would need good positioning and game sense. But enough of my thoughts. So before we learn when, we need to know how it works. When you activate the ability, you are slowed down and forced to do a mini-game. And completing 4 mini-games in a row, one granting you 0.25 times speed of haste. This is a temporary buff that speeds up the cooldown speed, maxing out at 2 times speed, while lasting 10 to 12 seconds. Missing will result not gain the 0.25 times speed, but you can still do the mini-game. While pressing the bugle or pressing a key on your keyboard, anyone around you will get the buff. You don't need to keep your aim at the target. You can actually be behind a wall and still give the buff. As long as they're in your radius, while you're using the ability, self included, they will get the buff. Cooldown is 45 seconds, so use it wisely. Now, for its weaknesses. First off, the ability puts your max HP to 85, negative 15 max HP. Doesn't sound much, but you are going to be slowed down and making a noise that the enemy could hear. Talking about slowness, while using the ability, you are slowed down, basically making you an easy target for the killer. And if you get hit while using it, it cancels. You still get the buff how you did in the minigame, but you need to avoid being an easy target for the killer. So, I will tell you when to use it. Now obviously, you'll want to be an easy target for the killer, but there are ways to avoid being attacked and even get the full buff. You want to be buffing a lot of teammates. 2 to 5 is good amount, since you're having these teammates near you and they'll protect you and even distract the killer for you. Using it behind a wall is also a great choice, so you won't be in the killer's sight. Also, if the killer is in end lag or stun, it's probably a good time to start using Bugle. And once you buff everyone around you, now you need to get the heck out of there. Have an escape ready. If the killer decides to go for you, you need an escape plan. Don't put yourselves in corners or ways the killer can cut you off. Also, buffing Kablowers and support can save you or any teammates nearby. You can use it to speed up Caretaker's healing. You can use it to speed up bonus pet placing pads faster. Give punch and revolver abilities back faster for more stuns on the killer. Buff anyone you can, because it could save you and anyone nearby. By the way, it's self-included, but doesn't mean you can buff yourself, doesn't mean you should. Don't use it for yourself or selfish ways. It can be way stronger in a group sometimes. Buffing 1 or 2 guys could help, but you do have another ability to help, so use it. And here's examples what a good Bugle looks like. Look, I have multiple teammates around me, my HP is high, the killer is too far away and too distracted to even hit me, the killer can't see me, I have an escape and a bonus pad, so I buff the team. And here's a spot where it's bad place to use it. I barely have no teammates around me. The killer's in my line of sight. The killer can cut me off and land an attack on me. This is a less desirable way to use it. But don't worry, the more you play, the more better you get to judging these things. Plus, it's a video game. You don't have to take yourself too seriously. Now, let's get to the counters. What Bugle's counters are? None of them. That might seem bad, but the flip side is that no killer counters him either. So, if you make a mistake, it's your fault. Pursuer is a rush-based killer, so keeping your distance from him is a good way to not put yourself in more danger. But beware of howl and stalk. Don't use Bugle when Pursuer is in stock, since your slow movement makes you an easy target. Since it will slow you down more, making it more easier to kill you. So avoid his line of sight if you can. Artful will use his walls to trap you in, and his music box to slow you down even more. So avoid using Bugle in your music boxes, since it also highlights your location. So look out for nearby walls so you won't corner yourself. Buffing punch or revolver civilians can help taking down the walls faster. Battleware has computers that allow him to speed up, use bolt better, and even rift. So what do? Don't be near the computers. Or if your team is distracting Battleware, you can take the advantage and buff the team. Killjoy has rockets for his M1s, so don't be his line of sight at all. But if you are, try moving unpredictably. A moving target is still harder to hit than a stationary one. And avoid using Bugle near your killbots since they can damage you. And being Cannonball may sometimes not work since Killjoy can use flight or propel, so look out for that. Harkin has range moves and can even trap you. Use Bugle when she doesn't have the abilities, and when she's in range, be cautious of Pummel. This move does 40 damage, and since your max HP is 85, that's almost half of your HP. So try to avoid that as much as possible. Also, since Harkin has the lowest max HP, you can buff Revolver Punch Pie to kill Harkin faster. I'm only going to talk about one combo, and that combo being combining Bugle and Taunt, making Noisemaker. As a Noisemaker, your range has decreased and you can't buff yourself anymore. And the minigame is no longer 4, but 8. Don't worry, it's faster. But anyone around you will get 6% of resistance and a 0.25 times cooldown speed every time you did the minigame right. But while using the ability, you take 25% more damage and even ragdoll when taking the damage. So avoid the killer's sight as much as possible. Also, since you give resistance, if you do the minigame perfectly, you can give people 48% resistance. That's almost half the damage. As one of the 4 new abilities, as a buffer, use it when you can use it. Stay out of sight and let your team distract the killer. So get out there, Bugle. You may only know music, but that music can motivate people. So go help them.